I'm on a relatively new save with full 4-star Zonaite armor. I'm going to show you how to acquire it, and then I put an extreme amount of detail in tracking all these constructs so that you don't have to. This set is incredible. When you have all three equipped, you essentially have the rate in which you drain your energy wells using Zonaite tech, and the set bonus offers this ridiculous recovery rate where mid-flight on the way to this dragon, I could do something like this and essentially steal half a battery just for nothing. And the defense on this is a 28 instead of the typical 20, which takes us to a whole nother level defensively. So this really pairs well with either using attack up food and then having higher defense, or it is really special when you start whipping out offensive Zonaite tech in the middle of battle and still being able to take plenty of hits. I can go further than I've ever been able to go before, and the possibilities are endless with this. I'm on the Great Sky Island in one of the highest points that's accessible easily early game. And I'm looking at our first piece. It's in this smokestack looking Sky Island. There's two ways to get there. You can fly from here using a glider, even if you're early game. And the aircraft I like to use is this thing that I've made. The batteries act as a landing gear and enable you to take off from right here, even in a spot that you're not supposed to. So you just point it right there, hop on the sticks, and go. And you can even add more batteries to the bottom of it. And that takes care of that. You'll get close enough to glide and skydive the rest of the way. There's an easier option if you have the Zora armor. And that's what I'm going to show you on this one, because I'll demonstrate that glider flight plenty later in this video. So we want to go right here. The Mount Lanayru Skyview Tower is probably the easiest way to get there. Yeah, that's the island. You see the waterfall? When it's raining, the waterfall goes all the way to the bottom. And it is so much easier to do it this way. When it's not raining, it stops up there. And if you've got the hover bike and a couple batteries, that's still no big deal. But let's say you don't. Just build a campfire right here and wait till, let's say, noon until you do have rain. Oh, we've got rain in a couple seconds, actually. Oh, we've also got this coming down too. That would have helped as well. So that's two options to get up there. I'm just going all the way to the top. I don't think that this is quite glider distance, but it's about as close as you can get. What you want to do is go to this right here. Put Put your rockets right here. And we made it. Now we do Mission Impossible, going through laser grids. I honestly don't know what happens when you touch a laser. It hasn't happened to me yet. But we want to go right here behind the shrine. And we ascend up into this thing. There we go. Zonaite body. That could not have been easier. You could have done that with no stamina upgrades, no battery upgrades. All you had to do was get a Zora body and wait for the rain. So, that's awesome. And that's going to help us get the other ones too. That's why we did this one first. It's the easiest. Now we're going to go to Akela. Shoot out of the Akela Skyview Tower and land on this battlefield island right here. We're not going to fight that thing. It's not important. What we do want to do... These are already pre-built. I want all the batteries. We're basically treating this like an elevator. And ideally, I'd like to get off this thing before this current battery drains. So, right now... What a fairy grab. That was nice. Alright, so junk. That's junk. Everything is right here to build the jet. You may have the hover bike and a zillion batteries, but I don't on this save. I do on others. We want to make it to that island, ideally. Worst case, you can't see through the cloud, but there's one kind of level. And I just want to get as much altitude as possible while I'm on battery power. Yeah, I don't really feel it's constructive for me to show y'all me just demolishing this on a save with like all blue batteries. Doesn't teach you much. Alright, it's real important right at this point, level out, get some speed when you're down your last battery. And now I press B to coast for a minute, let it recharge. The second I see the green flash begin, I'm back on it. What I like to do is go ahead and unlock the shrine. Oh man. You can do that with one well-placed toss right there. Boom. Okay, so what are we actually doing here? We are going to play a little bit of golf, for lack of a better description. We got to power on the things that, yeah, that thing. I don't know what to call it. Catapult? Ooh! See me get wrecked with that rocket? We want one of these blocks to make it in that opening up there. Just a little off. It's good. All right. Now that same opening is somewhere down here. which is why I said unlock the shrine. Because falling after all of that would stink. It's kind of hard to tell where it is. But I can tell you what you don't want to be doing is trying to chase this way. Fly around this way. But there it is. And now I'm chasing. There's our leg pieces. Very nice. Real quick, if you do not have a lot of energy wells, which is your stamina equivalent of batteries, I have 3 full ones. You want to get a bunch of batteries, the Zonaite part. And I did that at the South Eldon Sky Island right here, and we are heading to this shrine, I believe. Alright, that'll cover the cold. We want to get up there to start off. Really, we want to get up there. Unlike the other situation we were in with the waterfall in the first piece, if you have not cleared the Rito storyline, it's always snowy. Like, that won't ever change, so we gotta cover some ground one way or another. And this is a great way to start. Getting extra height that way won't really help. We just need to make it to the waterfall. So I'm gonna do the jet again. You really need the Zora body for this. I don't need too much altitude, but honestly, I probably could have made this on the hover bike, but I'm doing this as an example. Yeah, make sure you have the Zora armor equipped before you go into this thing. We want to get back to Zonaite. Having these 2 out of 3 pieces is a really big deal as far as helping us get to this next level. Now that we're up a little bit, let's look around. Pretty sure this is it. Yeah. We need to get up to this island. Distance-wise, it's not that far. It's one of the higher elevation islands in this game. It's going to be in 0 gravity. Okay. These, the game wants you to attach them. I'm not. I'm going to press B. I'm just going to drop it in the minecart because I want it up here later. And I'm going to take out my own fan instead. Because using rockets on a minecart is absurd. It's not needed. And you know what? I'm going to just bring out a second fan because I'm going to use it anyways once we get up there. And our little minecart train is going to transport the rockets up with us. There's 2 more rockets. Free glider. Y'all can probably guess what direction we're going in here. Fan. Control panel. Yeah, no, steering stick. That's what it's called. And then there's actually a takeoff thing, so we don't need the landing gear on the jet. I'm very low in energy wells, though. Alright, so typical jet. No, wrong. I'm already taking this back apart. I'm going to do a surprise curveball. I'm also building the hover bike. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to pilot this glider from up here. Get my rockets. I like to do the rockets like this. And then there's 2 more. When this thing launches up, it's basically going to be pointing up. So the rockets just need to be straight. Nothing weird. And then I want to make sure that I've got enough juice to pull this off, so this is not the time to hold back. Like, I don't care if I waste 1 or 2 of those batteries. I'm going for the island. I'm not going for one of these to try to get closer. I'm gonna go for the whole thing right now. And here we go. I can just feel how heavy the batteries are, but that will fade here pretty soon. Oh yeah, I gotta eat the food now. Oh boy. I just hit 0 gravity, or reduced gravity, whatever it's called. And it's honestly harder to control now. Would you look at that? That was incredible. I do want Hardy Bass. You know, like how I just released that Zora video and found Hardy Bass the next day? Check it out. Technically didn't even have to do any of the mirror stuff. I just wanted to open it in daylight. 3 for 3, 4 hearts, 1 extra stamina wheel, 3 batteries. It can be done, and it really wasn't even that hard. This is a very, very easy process, but there are a couple of prerequisites I've identified. Number 1, I've listed in a couple minutes 7 proving ground shrines. You need to have the win on those to be able to farm horns there. Number 2, soldier 4s do not appear without level scaling. If you do not see soldier 4s, you need to engage in level scaling, and I have a breakdown for that as well. Given those 2 requirements done, though, this is actually a really easy set to finish. I do need to point out one thing, though. I'm not fully convinced that the constructs respawn from a blood moon. I think they can respawn from a blood moon, but there are some examples I've noticed where they did not. And I've also seen some examples of them respawning without a blood moon, particularly on the Great Sky Island. I haven't been able to pull it off anywhere else, but long story short, if I blood moon, they're not there, I just go do something else and I don't worry about it. Or I let my Switch idle, not in the pause menu. I'll go to Link's house in Hateno and just AFK there basically for a while until my Switch goes into sleep mode. I have it on 2 hours for that, and that works every time. So do that. Alright, if your save is already showing Captain 4s in some locations, or you're already seeing Soldier 4s, you don't really have to worry about this section. But I've proven without a doubt that there is a sweet spot for level scaling that you can get to where you will make Soldier 4s appear, but you will not see Captain 4s. Now, I was not able to find a Soldier 4 anywhere on the pacifist save. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but if it does, it's probably in a trivial quantity that would take you forever to get the 15 horns on. So if you do actually pull off finding one that is always a 4, let me know. I spent a lot of time trying to find one. Anyways, these are at a high level the things that I did to accomplish the level scaling for the 4s to appear, and then I did not see Captain 4. This is not an exact blueprint, it's more of a guideline. When you hit the proper level scaling, though, you will immediately see results next time you go to a live construct camp that has a Soldier 4 that can appear. One detail, once you hit the level scaling requirements as far as kills go, you will instantly see the results. You will not have to wait for a blood moon. You will not have to defeat any of the constructs that you may have already seen that were not scaled up. So just leave them alive, go defeat some more enemies, come back, and they will just magically be transformed, and you don't have to do anything extra. It's really simple. Okay, this is a lot of data. I covered every possible scenario in my research as far as what spawns you can find and what's possible. And no matter what, you want to start with these 4 areas. And these will get you 6 Captain 3 horns no matter what, whether you just started out like this, or you are on the higher end and have killed like a ton of Gleeoks and Lynels. What is a little variable from there is if you don't see soldier 4s, that's not good. You need to level scale up some, or just accept the fact that you're going to be a 3-star. After you're done with these 4 locations, the next thing you need to do is go to these 4 locations to hunt for Captain 2 horns. Now, if level scaled properly, you will also get out of there with 2 Captain 3 horns. But if you are on the lower end, you'll actually get more Captain 2 horns than you would have otherwise. So there's that. Then the Great Sky Island is the best source for Captain 1s. You can knock out 3 really quickly outdoors, and then you can also grab 1 inside the shrine where you unlock Fuse if you go to the back of that. And then on top of your Captain 1s, I have counted 2 Soldier 4s that are available on the Great Sky Island, so also helpful. And then to the west of Lookout Landing, there is Lindor's Brow. And my 4-year-old son actually found a Captain 1 in that location, and I'm really proud of him for that. He helped me even though he didn't even know he was helping me. So, and it also has the Soldier 4. So Captain 1, Soldier 4, great spot. Once you've hit those outdoor locations, you need to go into the 7 Proving Ground shrines that I have deemed useful. You already have the Yansman Shrine from the Zonai Forge Island. This one's special where it has a Captain 1 in there, and then 2 of the soldier enemies actually drop Captain weapons that you can take to Tari Town and have broken down into their horn parts with the little tiny Goron guy. So do that and you can get 3 Captain horns from 1 shrine, and then the rest of these 6... alright, these 3 have a Captain 2 in each of them, and then these 3 each have a Captain 1. If you need assistance in either finding them or you're having trouble beating them for that initial win, please check out my Proving Grounds Complete Guide. I literally made it as a prerequisite for this so that y'all are covered if you need that help. So the link should be in a card right here. Go check that out. Otherwise, I'm going to show a montage of the locations of these spawns, and these spawns, but I will not show these spoiler area spawns. So don't worry, this is spoiler free. I'm not gonna lie, I actually was halfway through the video upload onto YouTube when I realized I didn't even mention or acknowledge that you need Zonaite to finish this armor. You need 45 large Zonaite, and it's real simple. Find green rocks, break them, get Zonaite. It's a numbers game. How many green rocks can you break in an hour? You can totally take a picture and set it to your Pura sensor for better results. Too bad this save doesn't have a cleared quest storyline yet though, so I can't even unlock the sensor. Don't need it though. The closer you stay to the original descent into the depths below Hyrule Field, the easier the enemies are in the encampments. And if you want to take it a step further, find these mines that are sitting there, and they have completely uncontested green rocks for you to open at your leisure with no combat required. After all that, it's time to do the final upgrade. Congratulations, you have an absolute unit in an armor set. That extra 8 defense per armor slot basically equates to equipping a 4th 4-star equip. It is uncharted territory as far as defense goes, and the potential to utilize combat-related Zonaite tech is unparalleled. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you appreciated the level of detail that I went into. And let me know in the comments below what the next set that you would like to see is, because I'm pretty open-minded at this point. Until next time, my friends, have a good one.